Pagan is anyone who isn't Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, but there are different kinds of paganism. Norse pagans lived just north of the Danish border with Germany. Germanic pagans living just south of it, and Celtic pagans are a culture that originated in Hallstatt, Germany, but spread westwards into France, Spain, and the British Isles. The word Celtic comes from Keltoi, the Greek word for barbarian or foreigner. In spite of this, it is now used in a more positive way to refer to the peoples living to the north and the west of Greek civilization. Both the Celts, as well as the Germanic and Norse tribes, utilized a lunisolar calendar, but the holidays and timings were different. The Norse calendar was a 12-month calendar with a 13th leap month every third year. The Celtic calendar, by comparison, was written in a 30-year cycle, consisting of 5 sets of 62 lunar month intervals. The Norse calendars were written out on calendar staves made of wood using the futhark, while the Celtic calendar was written in Gaulish using a Latin alphabet and was made from a massive bronze plate. The Norse holidays were said to have been set in place by Odin. 3 bloats or blessings consisting of pagan sacrificial rites followed by a feast. They are Yule, which is a blessing for good crops, Sigoblot in summer, which means victory blessing for victory in war, and Winter Nights, which is on the first day of winter and is a blessing for a good year. Each festival lasted for 3 days, starting on a full moon. Their conception is that a new day starts at sundown, and the Celts are the same in that respect. The Norse also have a special bloats or blessing called Alpha Bloats or Elves Blessing, which is a special day not open to non-family members. This blessing takes place in the house and is seemingly dedicated to the elves, which are given offerings for blessings and protection. The Swedes among the Norse also celebrate Disting, which is a combination of the words disir and ting. Ting, or thing, is a meeting often to discuss laws or settle disputes, but in this case it is a celebration of the Disir, which is the plural of dis. Disir are the female spirits within the Norse spiritual sphere. They consist of female ancestors, valkyries, and goddesses. The celebration is unique to Sweden and takes place in late winter. The Celtic year is divided into 4 major holidays, the first of which is Samhain, which is celebrated in a severely degenerated version called Halloween within the US. It is considered the point when the veil between the mortals and the underworld is thinnest, allowing the spirits of the dead to visit the living or the living to enter the realms of the dead. It is right around the time when things begin to become cold and wither. Imbolc is next, and it celebrates the beginning of winter's end. Beltane is held mid-spring and is a festival of fertility, celebrated with bonfires and dancing. Lunasat, held in late July for around 2 whole weeks, was held midsummer and was full of games and competitions, and is named for the god Lugh. Both the Norse and Celts have gods and goddesses that represent natural forces within the world. Gods of thunder, of the sky, the sea, the earth. They both have gods embodying human cultural phenomena such as poetry, alcohol, war, law, wisdom, love, and other human forces. They have ancestral veneration as well. Some ancestors may have become so venerated that they became deities to the people. However, most were worshipped by placing bowls with offerings outside. The Norse would sometimes pile stones into what is called a höger, which was then used as a site of offerings, usually blood. Celts and Norse both have mound graves for the most important families and royalty, which often become gathering places for public ritual. The Norse, however, differ in that they also have boat graves, which is a custom not shared by the Celts. Both Celts and Norse have created megalithic structures of stone, but the Norse are unique in that they would often arrange the stones in the shape of a large boat, and sometimes even bury the dead inside large ships underground. So to recap, the Norse and the Celts both practiced animistic European paganism. They both have gods of natural forces and lunisolar calendars that follow the natural course of celestial bodies, and celebrate them with big feasts and traditional rituals. But their gods, traditions, languages, and cultural identity are different. If you like this video by Heathen, please leave a like and a comment. If you have a question, please subscribe and ask your question below. Ha det bra, och vi ses nästa gång.